Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with Tennessee's head coach before the game. This conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Volunteers ready to kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. But they get him on the ground at the 20. Quick give. It's Barry. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Defense all over him.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Out wide left, it's Watkins. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Holds on, it's Matthews. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Vols will hustle to the line. They send the tight end in motion. Turns up, it's Matthews. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
And the offense found no success with the backward going pass. How about a forward pass on 2nd and long? Just keep slinging it. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. A designed run for the quarterback. He's past the sticks. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Catch in the middle, it's Staley. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
And the Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Left side is Staley. Touchdown, Volunteers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got some green grass. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. LSU quick to the line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Volunteers decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Going to field this one in tight quarters. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking for room. It's Berry. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff, Caden Durham. He stopped. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Levitt. No choice but to get rid of it, and it'll be 4th down.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now, and they've got to find some answers.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll give it on the counter. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears liking their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
Turning it on! Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time. Second and long here. Motion from the wideout. Hits inside, it's Berry. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Wants to throw one first. Caught behind the line. It's Matthews. And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out wide right, it's Staley. Running wide open down the gut of the field. To the house. Touchdown, Vols!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The run inside. It's Berry. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Swamped immediately.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Back to throw, it's Levin. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Oh, he's got some space.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll move the tight end. Big guy smells it. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tennessee. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
In the backfield, it's Watkins.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Motion from the wide receiver. Right side, it's Harris. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. LSU right back to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
The short hands, it's Harris. Rams him with the stiff arm. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
and have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating group.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
In the red area, it's Durham. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Plows his way ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Drops back on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Staley. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a 1st down. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock.
On the play. 2nd down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got a man. It's Bishop. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dodson. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Takes the field to start this drive. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Find space. It's Bishop. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. The Vols will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Looking to the big tight end. That's reeled in. It's Green. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Running inside. It's Berry. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass, it's Levin. Out wide left, it's Harris. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown LSU! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. Breaks into the open. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
From the gun, it's Gordon. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Right back to the well. Enough to move the chains. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Trying to escape and get it himself. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, that's two very good decisions on that play by the quarterback, right? Number one, not to hand it off. That was the right look to throw into. And the second good decision was his guy was covered, so don't throw it. Just take off and get what you can get. You got to like the decision-making this guy is showing right now in this game.
On the RPO, got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They have got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
A first down run on the doorstep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. What a costly turnover there. They had a chance to almost put this thing away.
Yeah, they had a chance at the knockout blow, right? Down in this area of the field, at minimum, you've got to come away with the field goal, but you cannot turn it over. Poor job with ball security, and all of a sudden now, they've given their opponent an opportunity to come steal this game.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The give to Caden Durham.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Scanning the field, it's Levin. Looking down the middle. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Straight ahead, it's Berry. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Got to make the play on 4th. Looking left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. They'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Gordon. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Gordon. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Stop right there.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Hands it off. Nowhere to go.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Left side is Staley. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Some misdirection with the counter. They put the brakes on it.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Brought down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Lets it fly. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Moves the pocket. It's Levitt. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Handoff, Durham running left. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down. LSU quick to the line. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Fresh center down's going to the air. Lets it fly. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right back to it. Just ran over it. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Looking for space. It's Bishop. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Just going to keep it after the snap. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Final timeout call by the Tigers. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Dropping back, it's Levin. He wants a big play here late. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got it in the middle. It's Watkins. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Looking to throw. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
30 seconds left on the clock, and their last gasp will come down to getting this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.